Welcome, everyone. My name is Heather Jennings. This is my husband, Larice, and we are closing out our 5th week on the carnivore diet in our
Yes.
journey. And so we wanted to go over some reflections and what our reality has been. We want to go over some habits and identity shifts and looking ahead what this looks like. So we are going to jump right in. We're so glad you're here. And so let's do a deep dive
Yeah, let's do
into
it.
our week and
Okay.
how it's been. This is week 5. I'm so
I
proud of
know.
us.
No, I
Nice
exactly.
job.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. So what changed the most? Mind, body, or mood for you?
It's two. It would
It's two
be
things.
body and mind. I mean, if you have any anxiety or anything like that, you got to try this
Yeah.
because it is definitely a very relaxed, very chilled. You're not hungry. You find you're never, if you stop when you're full, usually you have a lot more food on your plate. I feel like I'm eating less, but
When you say anxiety, what does that
thanks for
mean
bringing me back.
for you?
Just very relaxed.
Just less anxious about some of the overwhelming things you have going on?
I know we got a lot of things going on too.
We do.
So
you feel like you're moving through it.
Yeah. It's just, but sleeping very heavy. That's good. So, I mean, it's definitely all the way through. It's not just a day thing and you don't get it at night. So you actually get it all the way through. And I felt it pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah, the sleeping part has been consistent from the first week. That hasn't really changed.
No, not at all.
Well, I think for me, so mind, body, or mood. I'm gonna go to mood because perimenopause, hormones, all that stuff. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a mood. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like I don't like yesterday I told Larice it's like I feel flatlined. I took my blood pressure and it was like 105, which for me pre-carnivore is normal, but during carnivore it's been like 115, which has been really good. But like yesterday, I didn't really have energy and I eat high fat. I salt with every meal. The butter bites I bring, you guys who have been following us since the beginning, I bring that to like a browning. So that brings like all the salt and everything. Like they're saltier when they're browner.
Are you still going to add like the little...
Add the bacon bites.
Excuse
me.
You know
the
how you
bacon
got
bites are
crumblies
nice.
after doing bacon? Anyway, all those little crumbs sprinkling
Yeah,
on there. I thought that would be really...
I have them in the fridge ready to go. So I'm going to try them and see.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I don't know, you guys, the mood, I go, instead of feeling like crazy lady, crazy hormones when I am, before carnivore doing sugar, carbs, all that stuff, it's definitely different. It's like I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like a flat line. It's like no mood at all. Like I'm just like...
Relaxed.
It's not really relaxed. It's a no mood. I don't even know if that makes any sense.
Need a little bit of a mood.
I know, but yesterday I was just like, I don't know. Do you guys experience that at all? If you do, please comment. My faithful ones. What do you guys think? And even the ones that are just have just discovered us today, like, yeah, comment for me. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Last week when I mentioned about, just couldn't find first gear, and it was just a lot of work just to do it. This week has been a lot easier, more normal.
Okay. It's been better for you.
Much, much better.
And I've noticed that.
I don't think I've changed anything.
No, I mean, I feel like we eat almost too much fat, actually, and salt.
Yeah, well, I bet there's
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. So I would say that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, the hardest part of the past 5 weeks, has there been a hard part for you?
Okay, go to week 6. Gotta go back a week before. Just
Okay.
all right,
The
am I gonna
pre-week.
am I gonna get tired of a steak? Am I not gonna be content? Am I gonna be hungry? I don't want to be hungry.
All the expectations.
Exactly. None
Yeah.
of that. Full,
Yeah.
content, no cravings.
Okay.
So I would just say good.
I would agree. I think I was expecting things to be more difficult. I thought I would have more cravings right from the get-go, that I would be hungry and all those things, and
Not a
haven't been.
one. It's
That's
been
been awesome.
right.
That's been consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
Yes. So what didn't happen that you thought would happen, if anything?
I I went into this no expectations because
Yep.
I don't do diets.
That's true.
So my I guess one expectations is I wanted to lose some weight because I wanted to bring the blood pressure down, and I'm like, because that will work. It's
Mission
just
accomplished.
exactly. So it's getting there. I figure once I hit another 10 pounds, I'm good. So about still right around 15. So my weight's kind of hanging.
Yep. It's
So it's
leveled
level, but
out.
I'm sure it'll once the body realizes it'll kick into gear and jump it down a little bit more. But overall,
That's when you stay the course.
right, stay the course.
Yeah.
It's been very, very good.
It has.
So
Has there been any moments that you've almost given up?
no,
Mm-mm.
I'm serious. After I eat dinner, I'm done. I'm content.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have to go. I'm not grazing, but you walk by the refrigerator, see what's in
It's
there,
like habitual.
or go get a handful of nuts or two.
Yeah.
So those are I've not craved it, so
Yeah.
that's been good.
That is good.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. If you could redo one part of the journey, what would it be?
Not getting the chest cold like we did for a good 10 days.
Yeah,
Like after that's week
that
2.
turned into a sinus infection for me. That was miserable.
Yeah, that was just a head cold, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, 10 days. So it was kind of hard to pick out the energy level drop
True.
until I gave it that following week. After I kind of got over that, then I'm like, I'm still dragging. But it's coming up.
Yeah, that's true. Totally. I think for me to redo one part of the journey, I don't think I would redo anything.
Okay. Good.
I really don't. I think we've been really consistent. I mean, I'm going into the next 30 days. I've already committed to that. I know you're taking it one day at a time because of fruit and different things, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I feel like 30 days, it feels like that was a kickstart to tell me that I can do it and it's possible. And I think the next 30 days, I want to see if my energy shift changes. I want to see if this flatlining mood, if that regulates itself. And I want to see if, I don't know. And another thing that I added in this week, I started back in my strength training regime, which was awesome.
I did one day.
That's good. It was one day.
Sorry.
I'm proud of you.
It's too many things busy. Going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, so that's been very good. And so I look forward to the next 30 days of continuing my strength training, seeing if that does anything. But yeah. All right, let's move into habits and identity shifts.
Okay.
What habits are now a non-negotiable for you?
All right, adding more fat, that's not a, habit. So it's just definitely seeing the importance of adding more protein and fats into the diet.
Yep.
I think the grazing, just kind of free roaming in the kitchen.
Has ended?
I'm hoping. Or under control.
Yeah. So that will be interesting to know or to observe once you start adding things in? Because when you start adding things in,
Right.
this is my unprofessional opinion. When you start adding things in, I feel like that could trigger old habits because it's like muscle memory, mind memory. So that will be interesting to observe if you go for like blueberries or watermelon. There's natural sugar in there. So does that trick your brain to go, oh, wait, I want more chocolate, or I want something different, or I want bread, or you know what I mean? Like if it becomes, that'll be interesting to observe from my end.
Right.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm going to be very observant through this time. And as I add stuff back into it,
Right.
I'm going to be very careful
That's
that
good.
I'm a firm believer what you put in is what you get out. So I'd rather put good stuff in to get good stuff out.
Yes. Yeah, totally. I like it. It'll be good to kind of make different observations and stuff like that. All right. Do you feel different in your identity, more grounded, clearer?
Yeah. Just this was a great journey to do. I have no regrets.
Totally.
And I just don't know how far the future looks with this because
that's fair.
I love the fresh fruits and stuff, but
right.
being very careful to make sure get quality stuff that is not sprayed and done up a lot. And
I think it makes us more mindful of what we're putting in our body.
Totally.
And then it makes us go, when we go grab something, is this worth putting in my body? And what is it, for me, what is it going to do?
See, I'm watching my blueberry bushes out here. They're getting close.
We know the birds won't get those.
So, and then my figs are like huge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's all coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are good things.
It's fun to walk around the yard and pop it in the mouth because I don't spray. I won't. I refuse. So
God gave us
fresh.
seeds and fruits and all these delicious and wonderful foods. And I know the seeds have been altered, and that is just a rabbit hole we can keep scratching our way through. But I think for individually, based on what your health looks like and what you're battling, it's just different for everyone.
Right.
And so I think there needs to be a respect to understand that it's not the same streamlined for every single person.
Right.
So in other words, I respect you for wanting to take it one day at a time, and totally gonna be integrating blueberries and watermelon and different things. And then for me, I just want to see where the journey goes, because I can't help it. I know I keep harping on it, and it's also a lot of what my channel is, but I'm perimenopausal, and I'm going to be down this road for a good 10 more years. And so what is it? Are the hot flashes gone? Yes. Do I sleep better? 100%. And my moods are not like this. It's more like flatline, but not every day looks like that. So for my hormones, you guys, I don't know. I have seen the difference. I'm not taking any vitamins. I'm not taking any supplements. The only supplement that I take is a magnesium.
Okay.
And I don't have restless legs anymore. Gone.
I would say that I would be eating more carnivore just to support you.
Oh, thank you, babe.
But I'm definitely going to be adding some more stuff in there. But being good and just watching the amount.
Right. All right. How has your relationship with food changed? You might have kind of already touched on that, but
more disciplined.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It's not about the food. It's about eating to sustain life, but it's not like all about food.
Right. My problem is I eat too fast, so I'm going to slow down because my portions need to get smaller. It's just
your portions already are.
I know they're shrinking. I want to keep it that way, but I want to enjoy what I eat, and it's about.
That's a good thing. Just slow down and enjoy your food and enjoy the company you're with.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
Okay, so what's your go-to comfort now? When before it might have been sugar. So what's your go-to now?
Did you say bacon?
Well, we talked bacon bits earlier, so
yeah, bacon.
Yeah,
bacon. Oh, we can put down a couple pounds.
Yeah,
because it got it
so
in the
good.
big kettle
with the big green egg. Wow,
so good.
That's true.
Yes,
I would say bacon and the butter bites for me. Okay, looking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Well, we just went over this question, but are you continuing carnivore? Why or why not?
I will pop in and out. I'm going to be adding some fruit to the mix.
All right.
And I don't do diets, so I'm not like, I have no reason, but I definitely my goal was to get my weight down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And get the blood pressure down. So that's it. I have no other needs. I don't have any other food allergies.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I don't mind sitting down with a meal and it's all carnivore.
Right.
But I'm also probably gonna have some salads mixed in here and there. Yeah. So, and fresh fruit. So I don't know. Really, right now, I see this week, we just finished 5.
Yep. It's longer than we committed to.
I'm content
to start with
right now, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm very content.
But it's also not written in stone.
Correct. Okay, what's one experiment you're excited to try next? Let me answer this one first.
Okay. Do it.
So my experiment, I am a coffee lover. And so I think that I want to experiment maybe just going down to 1 cup a day, because it has increased in the last couple weeks to 2, sometimes 3, but a decaf. And then, so that has not been, I think I really need to put that in check. So I want to experiment going down to 1 cup only, which is difficult for me to say because that is my one guilty pleasure that I love. So I think I'm going to experiment with that. And then I just am curious to see if there's any further changes with continuing to do strength training along with carnivore and for the next 30 days, what that looks like. So
you're talking about coffee. So my journey is to get out of coffee. So since April, so it's about 3 months now.
Yep.
Just cut it back down to 1 cup of coffee. I weaned myself to like 1.5 cups. Now I'm down to been probably 2 months, 1 cup.
You've been very, very
but
good.
But still, those migraines that creep in here and there because the inconsistency. I mean, it's interesting how just a little bit of caffeine can change it, and then it's 3 days later you're stuck with a migraine for 2 days.
Yeah,
it's just not worth it. They're much less, but they're still. I'm done with it. So I'm like, so I'm working myself out of caffeine. Yeah. I don't mind herbal tea. I love tea.
Yeah. One quick interjection. It's interesting because Larice and I talked about the fact that he hasn't had any headaches for the last 30 days since we've been doing carnivore. Until literally, you guys, 2 nights ago, he starts having this faint headache. And I'm like, what is that? So then you said it's not a caffeine headache. It's something different. It feels different. So I don't know. And then it lasted a couple days. So I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, and again, there is an increase in salt. Like, we're not skimping on salt. It's every meal. And I'm not, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's too salty. Yep, we take, you have
based on how hard I'm working outside. I'm daily, but it might be twice a day.
Yeah, I think I've done that twice, but yeah.
Okay,
so what are you doing differently now when life feels chaotic or overwhelming? And that's the last question, and then we'll move to the end.
I don't know. I don't want to, like right now it's very chaotic because we're getting this house ready to sell. Then we're going to be building a house next door. So all this. Anyway, I don't know. I just want to level it out and and I feel like we're getting there.
I do too.
So we got a good plan once we kind of get through.
So are you doing anything differently now during chaos than before? Like, what would you have done before you started Carnivore?
Well, being ADHD, when I'm busy, I don't eat.
That's true.
So I'm like, food doesn't, my mind is about being focused on getting whatever task or whatever.
Right.
It's when I'm not busy.
Yeah.
What's in the fridge? What's in the pantry? So I don't know. I'm hoping that I can carry the, after dinner, that's it. We're done.
Yeah. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Oh, another thing that I would like to integrate is more intermittent fasting. So I know we've talked about it on this channel, and Rob, was it you that said, oh, it might have been Texas, Steak Man Texas, about the 36-hour fast. And I don't even think I've talked to you about that, but 36-hour fast once a week intrigues me. I don't know, a dry fast. I don't know if I could totally go with no food and water.
Food and water.
Yeah, for 36 hours. It's supposed to be super healing and really give you clarity of mind. So I was going to do a little more research on that for me. I'm not sure, but I'm intrigued by it. But intermittent fasting for like 12, 14 hours,
I put too much water down. I could never, I just...
Never say never. You could do it. It's just, would you want to do it?
Exactly.
In my opinion. Not to tell you how to feel, but...
No, I would not want to do that.
Well,
But fasting in general, I see the benefits of that.
100%. Yes.
So I think once
100%.
we kind of shift off of this, going back to skipping breakfast, moving it to like 11 o'clock,
right,
and then eating dinner.
Right.
Higher fats, higher protein.
Yep.
I think that's more what I like. So I'm not a big breakfast person.
Yeah, that's true. All right, you guys, what's been the biggest change you noticed since you've tried Carnivore? And what other topics should we dive into now that we've finished round 1? So if you wouldn't mind leaving comments in the comment section down below, that would be amazing. And if you've been with us all 5 weeks, thank you. Your interactions have been amazing.
Oh, enjoy the comments.
Been fun?
Yes.
They've been so fun. It's been honoring to interact with each and every one of you, and to the newcomers, please jump right in there and comment with us. We would love to welcome you. So you guys, now we want to hear from you. So what's been your biggest shift on Carnivore? I know some of you have already shared those things, but is there anybody out there that is experiencing being held back because of some concerns on Carnivore? We would love to just hear it. If you drop it in the comments, we would love to just interact with you along our journey. Totally. And we'll see. Oh, and don't forget, grab the free checklist down below if that helps you. I'll link it down below. All right, you guys, we hope you have a beautiful Saturday and a wonderful day, whatever day you're watching this. And we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.